Since I'm the Pro-Vice-Chancellor for Research, I'd like to offer my very warm welcome to you here at Brunel today for this event, Water Quality, How Clean is Clean. We, here at Brunel, have been engaged in a really 10-year strategy to improve the quality and volume of research that's been going on here. We have a university interdisciplinary research centre called the Water Sustainability Research Centre. We have a number of leading researchers in the Institute for the Environment working on issues of ecotoxicology and in other areas around environmental issues associated with water. And so we have been deliberately trying to ensure that our researchers are orientating their research in order to answer questions which are of major interest to society. This allows it to be more relevant, and in this way ensure that the public's investment in Brunel's research is the effectiveness of that investment is absolutely maximised.
Brunel University is organised predominantly into 8 large schools, and within those schools sit our departments. And one school that I'd like to mention is the School for Engineering and Design, and within that school sits civil engineering. They very recently got approval for a new master's programme in water engineering that will be starting here at Brunel in 2012. My home is in the Institute for the Environment. We have geographers studying the significance of past climate change, Steve Kershaw and Suzanne Leroy. We've got molecular endocrinologists in the shape of Ed Rutledge. We've got people thinking about chemicals and risk. Dan Pickford does that. We've got an epidemiologist, Ariana Zecker. We've got an atmospheric scientist in there, Andy Russell. And on water and ecotoxicology, we have Jane Bryan and Abdul Chowdhury, and the 3 of us who are speaking today, myself, John Sumpter and Sue Jobling.
But there was this wonderful paper by Grob, and Grob, who were researchers in Switzerland. And it was a quote that I've often used, which is, we don't measure what we should measure, we measure what we're able to measure. And are we actually focusing on the right things? How do we ensure that what we are focusing on is driven by environmental epidemiology and real concerns about the risks, rather than chasing chemicals because we can, or we've just got a new instrument? Where should the investment go to deliver maximum benefit? Are the priorities for new standards right? Will the proposed standards really enhance the protection of wildlife and people? Is the current approach to standard setting appropriate? How should economic, societal values and ecosystem services be taken into account in standard setting? I look forward to working with others to develop the answers to these questions, and I believe that academics, as well as the water industry, the chemical industry, and many others, have important roles to play in this work going forward. Thank you.
And I think for many years the water industry has been an invisible service, and deliberately so. We don't want people to worry about water and where wastewater goes, but we've flipped that around now, because the world is moving so fast, and people now have a big say in what happens in the world. So as a company, we want to be more visible. We want to be very open about what our challenges are, and hopefully through that approach we can work with regulators, we can work with government, and we can work with other industries to try and pull ideas in that way as well.
To what degree is phosphate at 200 micrograms per litre causing serious problems in rivers and estuaries? Is that the right chemical we should be most worried about?
The Commission, about half a year ago, has taken the initiative to launch a proposal to ban phosphate from washing detergents. So the reason that it has taken this initiative, to me, implies that they've signaled that there is a problem and they need to deal with it.
tackling the issues. We just commented really on the collaboration needed and the knowledge and experience and maybe the best use of old technologies in certain countries.
I agree with a lot of people in the room about the funding. We do need more funding to move the solutions, to find the solutions in the short and the long term.